spotlight is on North Carolina. The Tar Heel state has 16 electoral votes up for grabs. It gained an extra electoral vote after the 2020 census. But after Hurricane Helene, this election now just 29 days away, far from on the minds of many, still struggling from the catastrophic flooding. There are hundreds of roads that are closed. More than 100,000 customers are without power and cell service, and hundreds of people are displaced, living in shelters or hotels. The last thing they're thinking about is voting. Here now is Andrea Hailey, CEO of Vote.org. But in a few weeks, that's going to become very important, especially how critical North Carolina is in this election. What's being done to make sure that people who don't have power or cell service right now will still have access to vote?
Right now, I know the state of North Carolina is very dedicated to making sure that people can still access their right to vote. Voter registration deadlines are coming up on the 11th, so that's really important. But in the meantime, everyone's trying to make sure that polling locations can be open, that people are getting their mail-in ballots who have requested them, that there are ways for people to access the facilities that they're going to need to be able to vote this year.
And can much of that be done online if the systems get back up and running? I mean, so much of a campaign is ground game, right? And making sure people are even driven or taken physically to the polls. How does that complicate this situation in North Carolina?
Well, right now at Vote.org, we're sending out text messages to people, and we're letting everyone know that if you live in North Carolina, but that you've been displaced to another state, you can absolutely request that your absentee ballot be sent there. We're also trying to send text messages and emails to people to let them know that the registration deadline is coming up on the 11th. I think that many of the post offices are working hard to reopen and to make sure that the roads are going to be accessible for people. But this is going to take a big effort between now and Election Day to pull off. But North Carolina has seen storms before, although not storms of this magnitude. And we're all very, very hopeful that these systems will be in place for people to be able to vote.
How about something like a polling location, Andrea? How difficult is that to change with weeks to go?
With weeks to go, you really can change the location, or you can consolidate locations. The big part of the, that will be difficult is making sure that everyone knows where those locations are. So if you're used to going to the same place every election cycle and now it's moved, at Vote.org, we're going to make sure that you have the information you need to be able to find the new location. The other big thing right now is making sure that people just verify their registration, go on their phone for 2 seconds and verify, because we know we've also seen some voter purges in North Carolina in general. So this election cycle, North Carolinians are going to have to verify their registration. They're going to have to keep coming to Vote.org. And as we get the new polling locations, we'll make sure to put them up for people. And we'll remain a resource as things shift on the ground. And early voting will start very soon, in-person early voting. So hopefully if people make a plan early enough to participate, they'll go ahead and get through the system.
Yeah, add this to your to-do list. Make sure that you're verified. I was on your website earlier, Andrea. A lot of great resources that you all have to make the process as easily and as seamless as possible between now and Election Day. Andrea Hailey with Vote.org. Thank you so much for you and your team making sure everybody has access.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.